Coming up on Mountain News this morning, first responders in Floyd County are mourning the loss of one of their own. And while you're trying to stay warm this week, it's important to know how to do so safely. We have those tips.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm McKinley Calandrino here with you on this Monday, January 26th. The time is now 6:30. And let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Megan Desmall for a look at your forecast this morning. And Megan, I'm excited to read these next few tips about staying warm because I think we're definitely going to need those.
Yeah, I'm scared to see how cold my house is when I get back. I haven't been home all weekend long, so hopefully it's not too bad. But in terms of what you need to know outside, it's definitely freezing cold, well below freezing right now. Here's a look at Pikeville. You can see that snow and ice on the roads this morning, so take it easy if you do have to travel. Temperatures right now about 16 degrees in Pikeville, and as we look across eastern Kentucky, mostly sticking with those mid-teens. It's going to continue to see those temperatures drop throughout the next couple hours. Then as that sun rises, we'll start to see some quote-unquote warmth because it's not going to get that warm. Highs only make it to the upper teens, low 20s. McKinley.
Thank you, Megan. Two teenagers are dead after a house fire in Dickinson County, Virginia. The Dickinson County Sheriff's Office confirmed the fatalities. The fire broke out around 7:11 p.m. on January 23rd in the 200 block of Rakes Bridge Road. A 13-year-old and a 15-year-old were killed. Investigators from the Sheriff's Office and Virginia State Police were on the scene, and the investigation is still ongoing. A Leslie County man is dead after a house fire. Kentucky State Police were notified of the fire just before 7 p.m. Friday. It happened on Turkey Foot Road in the Bear Branch community. First responders found the body of 68-year-old Rex Smallwood inside the home after extinguishing the flames. Smallwood was pronounced dead at the scene. Troopers say foul play is not suspected. An investigation is ongoing. His body has been sent to Frankfort for an autopsy. A dedicated first responder and community volunteer died on Thursday after spending more than 42 years at the Floyd County Rescue Squad. WYMT's Buddy Forbes shares Brian Sexton's story.
The untouched desk of a man who first responders say touched so many lives.
Well, you know, in the office of treasurer and secretary, Brian was very particular. Everybody knew to stay away from his desk, don't go behind his desk, because he knew where everything was.
Brian Sexton spent the last 4 decades serving his community as part of the Floyd County Rescue Squad.
Brian was an amazing individual. He had been here at the Rescue Squad. He was here when I joined, and he had a lot of hats.
Wearing the hat of treasurer and secretary for most of that time, those who knew him say you could always count on Sexton to make sure the squad was able to serve its people.
Being an all-volunteer organization, sometimes things got tight and really tough. And so he was able to manage it where we could get through the year.
But he was not only known for keeping finances. Rescue Squad Captain Richie Schoolcraft says he was also celebrated for creating flavor, earning his own awning in the Rescue Squad kitchen.
And there was nothing like him. He's sitting there and labor over the meals to make sure they were really good. And it got to the point where not only our people wanted to eat here, but the fire department would eat here, and other people would come, hey, is Brian cooking Thursday? I'm gonna stop by. So.
After dealing with some medical issues throughout the last several years, Sexton died Thursday, leaving his squad to say goodbye.
Well, that's difficult. You know when somebody's not doing well, but you're never really prepared to lose them.
They say he will never be forgotten, and his contributions to the community counted more than he knew.
We're in better shape today than we were when he took over.
In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Schoolcraft says the members of the squad are still trying to work through the emotions of the loss, while making sure they are still focused on community safety during the winter storm, like Sexton would have wanted. Snow and ice knocked out power for thousands of Kentuckians this weekend. Let's take a look at the current number of power outages. Right now, about 50,000 Kentuckians are in the dark. Most of those are in southern and eastern parts of the state, from Allen County stretching through Breathitt County. We'll update you on air and online if there are any significant changes. The governor says hotels in London are also without power due to the storm. He says the Kentucky National Guard is transporting 150 guests to nearby warming centers. The Barren River State Park is also without power. Guests there were being evacuated and moved to the local YMCA, where the Red Cross is running a shelter. And some good news, power was restored at a hospital in Greenburgh. Emergency management was working to transport patients, but the governor says that is no longer needed. Patients are able to remain at the hospital. And this is what some crews are facing in southern Kentucky. A tree fell on a South Kentucky RECC power truck. They said no one was hurt in the incident, thankfully, but South Kentucky RECC says they have all hands on deck to restore power safely and quickly. And as the winter storm continues to impact Kentucky, it is important to note that road conditions still remain hazardous throughout the bluegrass. With many people having to return to work this morning, AAA is sharing their tips, especially with many Kentuckians now seeing ice on the roadways.
Be sure that you use those winter driving skills. So that means leaving more room between you and the vehicle ahead of you, as well as reducing your speed. I would say it's good to check those road conditions too before you head out.
Weaver Hawkins says you should also have an emergency kit in your car just in case. That includes things like blankets, water, snacks, a flashlight, and an extra phone charger. While you're trying to stay warm this week, it is important to know how to do so safely. Things like space heaters or generators can be helpful during severe weather, but they can also be dangerous if you don't use them properly. Firefighters in Montgomery County shared some guidelines with us for safety. For a space heater, keep it a few feet away from carpet or furniture. Never leave it unattended and watch how you power it.
A space heater is meant to be plugged directly into the plug-in and not through an adapter or a, different type of outlets or drop cord.
If you plan on using a generator, keep it outdoors and at least 25 feet away from your home. Generator exhaust contains carbon monoxide, which can kill you in minutes. There are some things that you can do to prevent your pipes from freezing as the temperature continues to drop. First, you can wrap exposed pipes with insulating material. You can also open cabinet doors to allow heat to circulate the pipes. And if your house has a slab foundation, close the garage door. Lastly, run a small trickle of water from a cold water faucet where pipes are either exposed or have a history of freezing. And let's take a look at a few places in our area that will have warming centers available to those in need. In Floyd County, folks can go to the Prestonsburg First United Methodist Church. That is on 256 South Arnold Avenue. In Pike County, the front lobby of Myers Tower will be available starting at 6 p.m. until Tuesday. And the Clay County Community Center is available to those in Clay County. There are several others. For the full list, you can head on over to our website at wymt.com. And as this major winter storm continues to create issues across the state, Kentuckians are doing what they do best, helping each other. Camp Hero is a Kentucky organization dedicated to helping wounded veterans and first responders heal through outdoor activities. During the storm, they wanted to lend a helping hand to another group of individuals who serve our citizens, healthcare workers. Alyssa Williams rode along with them to show us how.
Not all heroes wear capes. Sometimes they save the day with horsepower.
I'm a trained professional.
The Power Wagon has been all over Lexington Saturday, but its main destination has been UK Hospital. The truck's driver, Rocco Bessignac, is the founder of Camp Hero, but winter weather transforms him into a chauffeur. For the last 5 winters, he's picked up healthcare workers who need help getting to and from work, a gesture that was inspired by his wife, who worked in healthcare for nearly 2 decades.
It's not just about them helping others, but so many people think of, healthcare workers or first responders as a service instead of people. And as people, in that field, we enjoy being home. We enjoy spending time with our family. We enjoy not being at work. So being able to get to and from work safely is very important.
Bessignac says he and other Camp Hero members have gotten more than 700 requests for rides, so the next few days will be long as he works to pick up as many people as he can. But he says it's a small sacrifice for the heroes among us.
I think if more people could see if there's something that they can fill that need, if there's a need and they can fill it and they just did it, it'd make it so much better, not only for the people that they fill the need for, but for themselves.
In Lexington, Alyssa Williams, WKYT.
And we're still seeing some lingering snow showers this morning. As we're looking at satellite and radar, you notice just a little bit of that snow hanging on to our Virginia counties and a little bit as we're heading towards the center portion of our Kentucky counties as you're heading out the door. So not only keep that in mind as you're starting off your day, there's still ice for many folks on the road, and we're also seeing temperatures brutally cold this morning, mostly the mid-teens, but feels like temperatures will be even colder, close to the single digits as you're heading out the door. High temperatures, thankfully, will see some improvement, but not too much. I mean, we're talking upper teens, low 20s for the warmest hours of the day. So if you are traveling, here's what you need to know. High temperatures will be around that 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock time frame, so a little bit earlier, and then dropping into the single digits overnight. McKinley.
All right, thank you, Megan. Thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:42, and still to come on Mountain News this morning. A change at the U.S. Postal Service could mean major adjustments for when you drop time-sensitive mail into the box. We'll have those details.